guys, today I'm going to summarize books 18 through 20, the part the textbook leaves out with the graphic novel, and then we are going to read book 21, The Test of the Bow. I'm going to set a timer to keep these videos 6 minutes or less, and if the timer goes off, that means I have to wrap it up. Alright, so when we last saw Odysseus in book 17, he had just returned to his house. He's disguised as the old beggar again. He saw his long-lost dog, Argos, who then passed away as he entered his home. All right, so now we're seeing Odysseus in his home, taking a rest, finding a quiet space. Remember, there are 100 random men in his house. So this big random man is like, what are you doing? This is my spot. Get out of here. Irony, because the whole place is Odysseus' house, but remember, he's disguised. So he's like, stop talking about fighting. You're going to annoy me. And this guy does not listen. So they're arguing, and then this guy, this suitor, is like, hey, let's watch these two fight. It'll be our entertainment. So Odysseus and the old man and the large man fight. Odysseus wins, as we could predict, because he's Odysseus. And so now he has the respect of the suitors, okay, although he still has not revealed his identity. So he's talking to one of the head suitors, and he's like, you seem like a good guy. You should probably stop this. Or if you keep on like this, some catastrophe will befall you. So Odysseus is warning the suitor, you should probably leave because things are about to get bad. But he's not going to listen. All right. Meanwhile, Odysseus' son is trying to lock away all the weapons, get everything ready for Odysseus' reveal. So now Odysseus and Telemachus are plotting, but they have to be secret about it because they don't want to reveal his identity. So Odysseus and Telemachus are hiding the weapons, and they're talking to Eurycleia, sort of the head maid, the head servant. They're hiding all the weapons. One of the maids is rude to the beggar, like, hey, old man, what are you doing hanging around here? Why are you hanging around Telemachus? But Penelope steps in and is like, don't be rude to guests. Remember, it's Greek custom to be kind to guests. Anyone needing your help, you are meant to be kind to. So Penelope steps in. She wants to talk to this beggar because she has a feeling he might know something about her husband. All right, so now Odysseus and Penelope are alone together. She says, now, stranger, tell me who you are, of what family and land. Now, he can't do that because he's not going to reveal himself yet, especially not looking like this. So he just kind of, talks her up. He says that he's heard of Odysseus. He said that he met Odysseus, that he fought with him. She's like, prove it to me. How do I know you knew my husband? So he described what Odysseus wore the day he left her house. She's like, oh my gosh, that's what he wore. How would this random beggar know that? But he does, so now she believes him. And she asks, have you heard anything about my husband? What's happening with him? And he says, your husband is on his way, near at hand. He's really having a hard time keeping his secret, but you don't want to reveal it to her like this. It's got to be just right. All right, so she's like, oh, I don't know. I still don't know. But she says, for your kindness, I'm going to have Eurycleia, the head maid servant, I'm going to have her bathe your feet. Right? That's like a big treat. So she gets the stuff to bathe his feet, pours the foot bath, and then she's massaging his feet and his legs when she sees that scar. Now, this is Eurycleia, the servant, not Penelope. Penelope wouldn't bathe some random beggar. That scar! And she flashes back to Odysseus and the hunting accident he had when he was marked, scarred by the boar. And Odysseus is like, shh, don't tell anyone, don't spoil my plans, but yes, it's me. So now, in addition to Telemachus, he has Eurycleia on his side to help him out with this plan. Penelope tells him about a vision, asks what it means. He's basically like, well, I think what it means is you need to get these suitors out of your house. And so he says that he's basically like, you need to do something to get these men out of your house. And so she comes up with this idea for a contest. And Penelope says, "We have 12 axe heads in the storeroom. My husband used to line them all up at all 12 at intervals like a ship's ribbing. Then he'd take his great bow, stand back, and whip an arrow through all 12. So she's like, I remember something cool Odysseus used to do. He used to shoot an arrow through 12 axe heads. Tomorrow I'll pose this challenge to the suitors and marry the one who succeeds in stringing the bow and putting an arrow through the axe heads, whoever he may be." So that is Penelope's decision. Odysseus goes to sleep that night, but he's like kind of troubled. Athena comes to him and basically calms him down that things are going to be okay and lets him rest. All right. And so then the next day, he sees the swineherd and also meets up with his old friend, the cowherd, kind of has a reunion with his old, men, the cowherd and the swineherd. And then now he goes in to see the suitors, and look how obnoxious and terrible they are. But Penelope is about to announce her challenge. First, however, she has to go get Odysseus's bow. All right, so we are going to stop here and take a break.